Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Mark.
Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. Woo woo. Pocket
Molly's here.
Molly Lolly.
Pocket Sand's here.
Lavina. Lavina.
Lavina. Lavina. I like
Lavina.
that.
I know
Lavina.
that's a sexy name.
It does sound sexy, don't it?
Lavina. Woo woo.
Mark, don't be flirting now.
Mark flirts with everyone.
Yes, he does.
I thought you only had eyes for me, but I was so wrong. That's, you can be the community boyfriend, Mark. As long as you give us one of those dances from whatever, what's that movie, Mike?
uh, Money Mike, or
Mike.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
um. So how are you guys doing? How are you, Landon? How are you doing, kiddo? Hello, there's actually my dog's name. Oh, really? How funny. Her picture's my old avatar. Oh, her picture's your avatar. Lavina. Wow. Isn't that so exciting that we don't even know people's like real names? And it's interesting. I'd love to know who's behind the avatar and the name. And yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot I want to say. There's so much going on. Maybe.
There was a lot going on with Mrs. P, wasn't it? With Portland Andy trying to stream her live and everything, which I
Um,
didn't think they would let him do that anyway. But
no, not in the courtroom, but he definitely got the scoop. And then, he told us all the info. I'll dance on her wedding day in the nude. um, Someone in other chat said my name sounded like a vampire name. No, that's a sexy name, Lavina.
yeah, it's very sexy name.
Lavina.
Lavina, Cordella,
Hmm.
Cordella. That goes together.
Um. So yeah, that was interesting. He gave us the scoop, and I thought that was. He keeps sidetracking me. Yes, new.
Mm,
Oh, Marky
mm,
Mark.
Marky.
We will meet Mark one day.
Yeah, one day we're gonna meet Mark.
We'll go on a road trip.
He'll probably be all shy when it comes front face to face, wouldn't
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I would be too.
he? He could talk so much up here. When we met face to face, he wouldn't say a word.
I know we don't even know what his voice sounds like.
I know.
Broken Justice does. She's a lucky
Yep.
gal. She's a lucky gal. But anyways, yeah. So much shit going on, you guys. First, I want to talk about before we get into the Miss P thing. Last time I went live on my other channel and I was talking about Lonnie and how strong she was. And I thought, wow, hi, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki.
I thought she was so strong and she was like seeing things because she literally said, I see things now. Well, unfortunately, I listened to her live the next day. And remember, I kept saying, if she changes her mind, then that's fucked up. But it's okay to mess up and then see it. But once you see what someone's made of and you actually take the time, like she was saying, to look and actually dig into stuff and find out and have an understanding where other people are coming from. And then she was agreeing, but it looks like she may have succumbed to whatever. Maybe probably not getting many views or knowing that she only had views. She apologized to Kim. She apologized to Like, and she was apologizing to everyone. I was like, fucking unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
But not surprised. So from here forward, she gets what she deserves because now she's fully aware. She knows.
Yep.
now. But so I had to
Hey,
talk about that.
Ladybug.
Oh, hi, Ladybug. Um, oh my God, so much to say about the noodle thing and Mrs. P. Just so when Natasha said that the other night, when she said that she was arrested, my heart sank.
I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. I was thinking people were running their mouth and that wasn't true, or it was a shock.
I know it really like took a toll on me. Like I had pains in my stomach. I was thinking about her all night, and I
Yeah.
just, people what people refuse to understand is her mentality is that of a 10 to 12-year old. Now, yes, she sounds very intelligent. However, so can a 10 or 12-year old. But guess what? They don't understand consequences. They don't understand. She does not understand consequences. Not to mention, she has impulse control problems. How did Portland Andy know not long after Noodle Mash was informed? I mean, what I heard him say today is that this doesn't really make sense, but he said, I know because she did it to my community. So, whatever that means, he felt the need to be there on behalf of his community. I don't know what she did to them. I
She
believe,
did something to him before, because I've
yeah,
heard his name brought up so many times in the past.
right. And he had a restraining order on her. I
Yeah.
believe, don't mark my words, but that's what's been said. And I don't know what happened there. But the thing is in my opinion, Jill is not. Oh my God! Like just the thought of her being there. Ugh. I know she's probably released by now and she's home. However,
Yeah, she got out.
she's going to be having a court date June 20th, and then that's her arraignment. So I guess that will decide if there's like a trial or what. I don't know what happens from here exactly, but I just I don't even know what to say. And you know, they're being. I don't agree with what Andy did, although I was listening because I wanted the information because I'm concerned about her. And also, um, Walter went on Hooker's channel today.
Oh yeah, I missed that because I was watching Natasha and I missed it.
Well, you can listen
Molly
to it.
told me.
I'll play it for you guys. So I mean, I feel like so many people are taking advantage of them. These people that are their mentality is not of a average person, period. And it doesn't matter. Like I have five daughters, and I'm telling you, when they were 10, 12, they could fucking talk me into a wall. They were so manipulative. And to be honest, you know, people can't psychiatrists can't even, or psychologists can't diagnose anyone under 18 with mental psych like narcissism or stuff like that. The reason for that being is because that's very typical behaviors of because their brain's not finished growing. Hi, Jill.
Hey Jill.
Their brain's not done growing, so they cannot do certain diagnoses until they're over 18. Now, with that said, that keep in mind, Mrs. Portland, she can talk a good talk. She sounds amazingly intelligent. And so are 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm telling you, bring five of them. They're extremely intelligent.
They was
However, they don't understand consequences. That's key. That's what's going on here. Now, do I think she should have some sort of consequence? Absolutely. Do I think it's jail? Fuck no.
no.
I'm I'm so disgusted at Noodle Mash. I can't. I just, I, there, I found some things today that she has said, and she's a joke. She's played this to the fullest. It's terrible to me. Like,
I haven't heard in her
I can,
own words where she said that Mrs. Portland wasn't going to hurt her. She knew she wasn't going to hurt her.
hi, DJ, Aussie Mom.
Hey, DJ.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, why do you have to be told when you walk out of the court hearing that you need to shut up as well, regardless if it's on the order or not? Like, that's just fucking stupid to me. Isn't that common sense?
Yes, it
Like
is.
that, for me, that would be common sense. Okay, they can't talk about me, so I probably a good idea for me not to talk about them, because especially knowing that she gets triggered of
Yep.
anything you say. She should have shut the fuck up the minute she left. She's been talking about her for the past 6-7 months straight.
That's all she has.
That's all she's been doing, and it's just, it makes me sick. I didn't see it at first when it was first going on, but in retrospect, oh boy. In retrospect, she has made money off of her.
Yep.
I'm separating Mrs. P because yes, she deserves consequences. Nothing she said when she gets nasty is okay by any means. However, jail, thoughts on Noodle Mash saying anyone who wants a refund. Oh, that's fucked up. The minute I heard that, I was like, what do you mean they have to ask? Like, just fucking refund it. Why do they have to ask? What do you mean they have a week to ask you for a refund? And you know what? With that said, right there, I want you guys to hear something that she said when she left court. Not literally walking out the door, but let me find it. So entertain for a moment. It
So
shouldn't
they
take.
only have a week to ask for a refund. Well, she knows most likely none of them's going to ask for a refund. They do this every time. They know that nobody's going to ask for a refund, most likely. So she knew what she was doing. And the whole thing that I said in the beginning, it could have been easily simply call. You could have called the police and said she's violating her order or whatever, and you didn't have to go do a fundraiser to get a lawyer and everything. Go
I know.
$4,000 and do a $4,000
Hi,
fundraiser. Hey, Shalama. After 1 week, no guarantees. Just people learned she had to pass her whole life 24/7 vacation, but Noodle Mash is embarrassing and shameful to push her.
All right, you guys. So this was 6 months ago. It was after she went to court, and I want you to hear her words. This is noodly.
I still have a legal bill that I'm going to be paying that I chose to pay myself. No, I will not be doing a GoFundMe or anything like that. My subscribers have helped me enough.
What? Wait. Say it again, girl.
I chose to pay myself. No, I will not be doing a GoFundMe or anything like that. My subscribers have helped me enough.
Okay, so that was from last court time. I will not be asking my subscribers for help. They've helped me enough. Isn't that interesting? 6 months ago, she said that.
And it's been 6 months. And here she is with another fundraiser.
And now you have to ask. Now you have to ask for a refund. Just fucking refund them all back. Period. Why do they have to go out of
Well, they got to ask for a refund, and she could just
maybe
refund
they're
everybody.
uncomfortable.
She
Maybe
raised
they're
almost $2,000 for nothing. Oh, I didn't know it was that much.
I said
Yeah,
that.
she's a joke. It's definitely a money grab for her. All this is now. She made a statement today saying that she's no longer going to be talking about it.
Well, I wouldn't either.
How long that lasts?
That ain't gonna last long. She said that before.
Yeah, I know she has. So anyway, do you guys want to hold on? Do you want to hear Andy Portland's first, or would you like to hear her on hookers, or I'm sorry, not her, but Walter on hookers, or Andy reading off what went on today and his little interview with Walter. Put a 1 if you want Andy's first. Put a 2 if you want Walter on hookers. If Noodle had integrity, she would send absolutely so manipulative, Nikki. So that's the first thing that I thought when I heard her say that. I was like, ew, what do you mean ask? Just fucking give it. You keep saying you don't need it anymore. Oh my god, she makes me sick. She makes me sick. Why do you have to be told, dumbass, that you why does it have to be in the court order that you shouldn't talk about her? Common fucking sense tells you if she can't talk about me, wouldn't it be the intelligent thing to do to keep your fucking mouth shut? Rather, she doubles down and she keeps saying, I'm allowed to talk about her.
Yep.
Nobody said, let me get there too. Here, I got that. I got all the goods. Just give me a moment. Entertain.
She phrased that to guilt people into not asking for a refund and let her keep it. I see through her act. Yep, Nikki. She knows that many times they did fundraisers, people were not going to ask for their refund. She should have just went on and gave refunds back.
Absolutely. Okay, and this is also 6 months ago, just because I'm coming across it. Listen.
And it's easier said than done. It can be. That's what I'm hoping now. I just want to move forward with this. It's over and done with.
Over and done with. 6 months ago. So what did she continue to do? Feed right into it.
Yep.
Hello. Thank you for joining me today.
Hang on a minute. November 8th.
There is way too many people here for say hi to everybody.
Okay, I'll come back to that because
you can record me all you want. Send it to the court.
Mark, you're a mess. You give it to V for a trip to 9/11.
Give me a moment.
But Noodles never stopped talking about Mrs. P either. That's the thing. She keeps going back and forth to keep her going. She knows it's going to keep her going.
That's all she gets money for.
Yep. If she didn't have her to talk about, she would not know what to do over there other than play with her clay.
Hold on.
And people come in and listen to her talk about Mrs. P all the time. That's what they're there for.
And those people do not for one moment want what's good for Miss P. They don't care.
Exactly, Nikki X. The crap that they gave MKB over electric bill, and I gave money back, all but $120. I think is what I gave. I gave everything back but $120.
Yep.
And then she got 1.9K that Noodle is trying to keep.
Yeah, she's totally trying to keep it. She's a scammer. What a scuzz bucket. Here.
They ain't gonna say shit about her though. I guarantee it.
No. Just like Moon. They don't care.
Nope. They sure did mine though, for some reason. And mine was supposed to be my friends.
I know. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. So this is her right after court, and she's continued throughout these past 6 months to say this very same thing. So have a little listen.
Speak about this case. I can speak about Mrs. Portland. I can say whatever I like regarding this case because, as Natasha Cooper mistakenly informed you, I am under no order to be quiet. Let's get that.
But doesn't common fucking sense tell you should? Do you need a court to tell you to not be stupid? Come on, lady. Unbelievable. Yeah. But yeah, right, Nikki, I know. So anyways, what do you guys want to hear? You want to hear the Portland Andy, or do you want to hear Walter on someone else's panel? talking. I think these people are taking full-on advantage of Walter. He nicely feels like they're there supporting. I don't know. Maybe Noodle or not Noodle. Maybe Hooker is supportive of him. However, the last thing I would do if I was supportive of someone is put them out here on these fucking tubes, especially when they're mentally not cognitive the same as an average person. So you want to hear both? All right. MKB there.
Yeah,
Are you ditching me, girl?
I'm here.
Okay. So let me find it. Hang on. Give me a minute.
Hey, Urban. What's up, buddy? If you appreciate... Hold on a second, y'all.
Yeah, that's wrong. Like Hooker literally was sitting there asking for money right before he came on. Listen.
Tip a bitch. Yes, I did.
So this is Hooker today, right before Walter came on.
Mm-hmm. We are now at 30% thanks to the Cash App we got.
So she's
Hold on a second,
talking about their funds,
yep,
what they're getting, and
hey,
while
hey,
she's
guys.
dropping the link for Walter to come up.
How are you doing? I'm hanging in. I'm still at the courthouse.
Here's
I'm waiting for
Walter.
Kelly to be released. I am not happy with Noodle Mash.
Can you guys hear?
I'm sure, honey. I'm sure. I know what we were talking about earlier.
Why does she have to do this publicly? If you were talking about it earlier, why don't you keep it private? They don't. Oh my God! I can't. I have no patience for stupid. I mean, come on! You're sitting there talking about money, and getting money and your funds, and you're at 30%. Meanwhile, you're dropping the link for Walter. Oh, Mark, you don't know. Here.
Hooker is another creator.
So here's Walter again. Here.
I am not happy with Noodle Mash. Well, I'm sure, honey. I'm sure. I know what we were talking about earlier. The district
Keep it offline.
Read a statement from Noodle Mash, and it's the same one that she read yesterday online. And it actually, she added another line into that she didn't read online. The line that she left out, that she was still in fear of her life, that Kelly is going to come down to Lincoln City and do her in. Oh my God.
So I don't know why she had to put this out there. I mean, it's already out there, so I'm going to play it because, I'm interested. However, he should be not doing it on someone who literally in the same sentence was dropping their links asking for funds, saying to tip a bitch. My opinion.
Ability scooter, Walter? No, I didn't. I didn't have a chance to grab it. No, I mean, is that how she's going to get there? Is Kelly going to hop on the mobility scooter and drive there? I guess so. I don't know. How ridiculous is that? It's like we can't get...
I mean, I agree with what she's saying, but why take it on YouTube?
Yeah.
If he's your friend and you already talked to him, so obviously you have private communications with him, why would you pull him up there and do that? Unbelievable. I don't get people.
The cab, it took me every bit of the money that I had in the account to get what she needed, plus get myself a few things. So it's been...
I feel bad for him. He was probably extremely lost without her.
But Noodle Mash is sitting over there 1.9K over there.
Ugh.
Then they're over there without anything.
That's so sad.
Absolutely nutsoid. Yeah. So, Walter, I am so sorry, honey. You know that you and her both are in my thoughts and prayers. You know that I'm...
If they were in your thoughts and prayers, why would you put it on YouTube? Just saying, my opinion.
Always a phone call away.
See?
And you know the people that you can trust.
Phone call away.
I know. And the only, like I told you earlier on the phone, I said the only reason I went messaged Natasha is because she didn't have the facts right, and I wanted her to get the facts right and make it public. That's the only reason I messaged her last night. Right.
So I don't know what's going on there, but he's saying he only messaged Natasha because she didn't
have the facts right.
So I don't know what he's talking about there. I have no idea. But here.
I understand. You're tired of people telling lies. Yeah, and
I don't know what she's referring to, what she's or him, what they're saying Natasha said was a lie. I'm not sure what part, because they don't specifically say that here. Oh, what?
The other statement the judge didn't make in the one ruling is that Kelly is not to have any access to the internet at all.
Yeah, well.
And Noodle should have the same fucking order in place.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be allowed on here either. All she's done is taunt her, tease her, talk about her, rub it. I mean, she's like dangling a piece of fruit in front of an animal. I mean, she's like dangling candy in front of a kid, like taunting. Like I can
play the music after she won the case.
Right.
Come out and play the music.
She literally might as well say, nah, 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 I can talk about you and you can't talk about me. That's literally what she's been doing for over 6 months. Sick.
So.
I understand.
So, it's a mess. So.
Yeah, that's, it is.
All right, well, that's it there. But, so Portland Andy, and then oh my God. I literally, honest to God, have been a little sick. He was smoking too, and Andy was interviewing him, whatever you want to call it. He literally fired up a cigarette. I was like, oh, wow. Huh, interesting. No, I'm not judging.
Nervous.
I smoke too. I just wouldn't have expected. Okay, so let's see the Andy thing. Hang on. So Andy was there. And
is her next.
Okay, so this is Andy. Portland Andy. He went to her courthouse. Obviously wasn't allowed in with his recordings. However, he was outside and did take notes, and this is his reporting afterwards.
20th. June 20th is her next court date. She will be released today. Well, I believe today she's being released.
Yeah, I believe she was, because Walter was waiting for her, and I hope she's home safe and sound.
She's not allowed to use the internet.
That's a really good thing, and Noodle needs the same orders.
She has to be released to a responsible party.
And I wonder what that means, a responsible party. I wonder if Walter would qualify in that category. I'm not sure, because she was doing it under his nose. I mean, right in front of his eyes.
She's not allowed to use the internet.
Mark.
She has to be released to a responsible party. And she almost incriminated herself in court too. I guess the other person, Noodle Mash or whatever, I guess that person wrote a letter to the court. Oh, there's Walter.
So he just spotted Walter, and he's gonna go ask him to go have a drink. What the fuck? Listen.
To the court. He must be on the phone with the other people's. She wrote a letter to the court, and it made it, dude, the way it sounded, I ain't gonna lie, chat, it sounded like freaking Mrs. P was like some online motherfucking kingpin and shit. There's Walter. Because it talked about YouTube, it talked about...
Oh, hold on.
Her followers, all this other shit. I'm like, oh my goodness, she sounds like a freaking big time YouTube freaking gangster.
That's funny. Now, keep in mind, his chat was disgusting. He wasn't. He seems to be pretty decent, actually, the Portland Andy guy. But the chat and the people in there were saying really nasty, nasty things.
Shame on Like and Siren and all them in there too.
Yeah, shame on them.
PB and J and 71.
Yeah, I know. That's disappointing. So he's approaching Walter right now. Hey, lurkers.
Jackson wants a beer.
He says, should I ask him if he wants a beer?
I don't want to piss him off.
Walter's actually really nice. Sorry.
He seems like he's a nice kind of gentleman. I think Miss P is a nice woman as long as you're.
Exactly. When she's behaving, she's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I like the nice Miss P.
Hey, Walt, you want to go grab a beer?
Yeah.
All right, my man. Nice day out today.
Yeah.
Firing up a
All right?
cigarette.
Fair.
He totally is firing up a cigarette. Isn't that funny?
Mhm.
That Walter, like, and says, is that Walter? Oh my God. And Jamie also asked, he asked Portland Andy, can I interview you?
Did he?
Totally. Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It says it in the comments. Yes. Oh, good Lord. Yeah. So lots of fun stuff. Noodle Mash, shame on you. Shame on you, because you know what, noodling, you knew from the get-go that all you had to do was pick up the phone and call them
Yep.
and she would get arrested.
Yep.
You knew that. However, for the past over 6 months, you just kept playing along because you were getting the money. You need the money, the views, you were getting the attention. You knew all it took was a phone call.
Now is she going to stop talking about her since Mrs. P is not allowed to get on the internet? What's she going to do the whole time Mrs. P is not allowed to be on the internet? Is she going to still talk about her?
She said in a statement today she wasn't going to.
But she said that before.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But the thing is so if she's claiming she had no part in her being arrested, then I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. She's claiming she had no part of that. So what would have happened if Miss P, she's claiming that also that Miss Portland called on her and then they went to her house and blah, 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 blah. Asked her for evidence and then they arrested her. So she's probably like, fuck, man, now I can't do it anymore. Now I got to stop. She was probably going to keep playing this all out and never doing anything about it because look what it's doing for her. Pity, money, attention, views. Unbelievable.
Yep.
On her. Shame on her. And I'm not saying anything about Mrs. P, what she's done and said. The difference is the mentality. That's the difference. Mrs. P has an illness that I've done some research on, and she doesn't understand consequence. So yeah, she should for sure be off the internet, in my opinion. But so should Noodle.
Yep.
What to talk about now, Noodle? What are you gonna do? Because I've literally seen her views when she's talking about Mrs. P, when she's doing her crafts, like half the views. Half.
Yep.
I mean, and anyone can go look, they speak for themselves. You know, I'm not sitting here calling her names, but it makes me so angry that, you know, in retrospect, thinking about her celebrating and like she's just bottom, she's low. She's very low. I wouldn't have been able to sleep knowing, because I mean, you don't think about a grown ass woman in jail, you think about a 12-year-old in jail, because that's how her cognitive ability is. So she was probably a scared little girl. And I hope out of all this comes very good legal representation for Mrs. P. Therefore, I mean, you know, out of bad comes good all the time. So maybe she will have her voice heard this time, because the judge had no idea of the extreme deficits of her illness.
Yeah.
Had no clue. She wasn't even able to present any evidence because she didn't know how to get it in there. She needs someone representing her.
Yep,
And
she will.
boom, she's gonna get it now.
So Noodle Mash had sent a letter in. Is that what they said?
Yeah, but I don't really know about that except for what she addressed on her community tab.
But didn't Portland Andy said that Noodle Mash sent a letter?
Yeah, she did. She did, but I don't know. I'm not sure what it said. Walter
Yeah.
was talking about it too. I don't know what it said. All I know is what it says on Noodle's community tab. And it says, I don't know. Have you looked at it? Let me see.
For that, I know.
Let me try to see if I can find it. See, she says, I intend for this to be my last post regarding this topic. My victim statement is not the same statement I read on my live. Oh, I read on my live. It wasn't even close. I also never said I was in fear for my life. I don't know. I think I did hear her say that. Did you? I never said I was in fear for my life or that anyone was going to come to me and do me in. Those were false statements made by her husband on that panel. Oh, in an attempt to rile people up. So I guess she's referring to when he went on Hooker's panel. From now on, from now on, all lies, threats, harassments, and anything involved in this topic will not be commented on by me. Can we
Yeah.
have that signed in literal writing? They will instead be saved for the prosecutor. I ask that I'll leave everyone alone. Talk about it all you want, but don't harass anyone at all.
Yep.
So we'll see if she. I don't believe it because she knows she can't. She can't because she would have. There was not one fucking day that went by that she didn't mention her. Never. Always the victim. Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
Yeah, I know. I know, but you know how frustrating it is to listen to everyone talking about it. And it's like, I want to like talk and you can't. You're in the fucking chat and no one's even seeing what you're saying. So I had to come up here. But, this is not something I want to continue to discuss. However, if Noodle starts, reneging on her own words right there, yeah, for sure, I'll say something.
Yeah.
I want Mrs. P to get the top-notch help in the medical department and in the legal department. I hope that she gets the help she needs, and I hope that Noodle has some consequences for what she's done, because that's not okay. Not fair. It's not okay. You're not dealing with someone who's equal. And it doesn't matter if you have a disability, your disability is different than hers. You can't compare that. Just because someone has a disability, they're not all the fucking same. That's like comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah.
It's different.
Kathy, we think the same thing too.
Yeah, totally agree. For sure. Absolutely. She can't just sit there and not have a consequence and play victim. And she thinks she's a goddamn superstar. I'm sorry. She acts like she's a fucking celebrity. It's kind of funny. She thinks that she's like this big hot shot. and it makes me sick. And I, like I said, I had pains in my stomach. I'm getting them now just talking about it, because when I don't think of a grown ass woman in jail. I think of a little kid in jail.
Yeah,
And
that's had to been rough for 4 days at that.
4 days and 3 nights.
Yeah, that's a long time in jail, I'm telling you.
It really is. And they still don't understand the severity of her illnesses. Now, you know what's interesting is Lycan. Okay, so Lycan and Natasha, and I think maybe Robbie, I'm not sure. They all read off her illnesses, very detailed. They all know. Now, I'm not speaking of Natasha, because Natasha, I'm not anything about her as far as that goes, because she sees it for what it is. As far as, she has a heart, she and she's done her pretty dirty, but she totally has a heart and gets it, because she knows her medical records. Now, Jamie had him too, and he's sitting there in Portland Andy's chat, like, it's just disgusting, like, speaking ill of Mrs. P, asking for an interview to him, and like, what are you doing, dude? You had a hard on for her forever. You used her for content too. It's sick.
Yep, he did.
So he knows her illnesses. He was trying to explain it to everyone else, but
Yep.
here he is. Hello? She's a child. Yes, she's very intelligent. I'll say it again. She's extremely intelligent. I've raised 5 daughters. They were, oh my God. They're like talking to an adult when they're 12 years old. No joke. Very manipulative, very cunning, they're good. They're smooth. That is her. She has the intelligence. She doesn't understand consequence. And just like a child, they have impulse control problems. So there's that. I hope she gets help. Noodle Mash, shame on you. Shame on all of you people that are happy and that she was in jail. That's just fucking sick. It's sick. Literally, I have a pain in my stomach just talking about it, thinking about it. I hope she gets a good night's sleep at home.
Me too.
Pains in your stomach, number 6. What the fuck?
Baby number 6 on the way.
Yeah, the Immaculate Conception, Marky Mark from you, right? You're too much. So yeah, I think is there anything you want to address or talk about, or any feelings you have, MKB? I'll shut up now.
Well, I mean, I don't think I was the same way. The people over there, their comments were awful, and then they were more or less directing anger at Natasha, and blaming her for putting Mrs. P in there today.
Yeah,
I was reading the comments over there, and I was like, "What in the world are these people?"
Ridiculous.
They're talking about her streaming, or well, not streaming, but going live and talking about it. But they were doing the same thing, and they're over there doing the same thing, but they're blaming it all on her. And I feel bad for Mrs. P. I would never, especially her age and everything, being in jail and had to lay on those mats, and it had to be a horrible experience, especially at that age. Anyway,
I know.
I wouldn't want to wish it on my worstest enemy, but. And Noodle Mash just is all over the place, like putting out community posts, like she's, like you said, celebrity or something.
Yeah, she thinks she has celebrity status. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's terrible.
And I hope she does stop talking about it. She shouldn't have anything else to say about her. she ain't allowed to be on the internet all this time. Noodle shouldn't be allowed to say nothing about her. Nothing.
And guess what? Yep. Noodle, guess what? Message to you. Why do you need a fucking court to tell you shouldn't talk about her? Common sense, lady.
Yep.
Common fucking sense. You don't need a court order to tell you that's wrong if someone can't talk about you, but you can sit there and talk about her as much as you want. Fuck that. And fuck you.
Yep.
Shame on you.
And she could have easily, instead of getting that fundraiser, she knew she could have picked up that phone and called the cops instead of sitting there doing another fundraiser, raising $2,000 near about, and taking people's money, knowing that she could have just easily picked up the phone or something.
Well, did you hear what I played in the beginning? She literally said 6 months ago, I don't need any more from my community for this.
Yep.
They've done enough. I will not be asking for anything more. They've done enough.
Well, she could give their money back then if they'd done enough.
Well, people are banking on, you know, when people like Noodle speak, they're banking on the fact that people forget shit. And, you know, they do. I mean, come on, that's been 6 months ago.
And it's
But
6 months later, she's still talking.
There's always someone recording. There's always someone lurking, always. You know, and I've seen channels, you know, just I've been kind of looking around, and there's so many channels that are just of Mrs. Portland. Like, did she think for 1 minute if she didn't talk? She says, oh, I stopped for like, I don't know, a couple hours, 24 hours, something like that. Hello? Dude, you claim you're so intelligent, everyone else is an idiot. These are common sense things. Oh, I waited 24 hours and she kept doing it. Who the fuck adult
hours?
No, that has to jump on every fucking comment someone makes about her? She has to jump on it. She has to jump on it. Like, we know the source. We know Mrs. P says shit. We know she lies. Why do you have to sit up there and prove yourself to everyone time after time? Not just her, but anytime someone, listen, if you're going to be out here, you have to be able to take criticism. And you don't. You have to justify and prove every move you make. Like, you're going to wind up making yourself really sick doing that. Mm-hmm. You can't control what people think, Noodle. You can only control yourself. And shame on you for taking advantage. I feel like you full on have milked this for every penny. I didn't feel that way months and months ago, but looking back and all the way through, every fucking day you talked about her. I can talk about you. You can't talk about me. No.
Yep, I've heard her say that.
That's disgusting.
But she should have known that she shouldn't have been talking about her either.
Tucker still needs help.
She does, probably.
She does, but not financial help.
Yeah. She got financially rich for a little bit.
Is she around still?
I hadn't heard anything or anything out of her, seen her anywhere. Unless she had a bunch of alts, so she could come back as anybody and we wouldn't know it. She could be Kathy for all we know. I mean, not saying that she is. I'm just saying.
Mark.
The Christmas is coming up, Mark. Soon enough. Put it in her wish list.
So funny.
I hadn't even seen her around anywhere.
No, I haven't lately, but last time you asked, I did.
But I hadn't lately at all.
Now listen.
Been around, has she? I hadn't seen her, Kathy, at all.
Me neither, but we don't hang out where she does either.
No.
But what was I gonna say? Oh my god, I forgot. I totally forgot. Oh well. I don't remember. Oh. Okay, so now Voices was very adamant about not speaking about Mrs. P. I would be very interested and curious to know what her thoughts were on this, as far as all of her buddies and friends are doing damage. Like I would, she didn't believe in speaking of her. She didn't believe of anything addressing her, nothing. So it'd be very interesting to know what she thought at this moment in time. Not that I value her opinion, but she very much was hard on leave her alone. Oh my God, and Robbie, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of Robbie. Said he made peace with Tiffany. I think that's fucking awesome.
Oh, they
There's
did?
there's never anything bad about peace. People are crazy to shun someone because they do that. I'm proud
How
of
is that
him.
going to go with his friend liking?
Who knows? Time will tell. But he also mentioned MKB that he left the mod chat quite a bit ago. No, I don't know what
I
he
was
was
over there the
referring
other day,
to.
and I seen you actually in there in Robbie's chat, but there's too many people that was like, there was Kelly Belly, I think is her name, and she was over there, and she had her little, on Mrs. P's side, and people were chewing her up over there.
Yeah.
They were just going on and on about her, and I was like, I'm not going up in that chat.
Yeah. I like Robbie. I always have.
I like him. I think he's funny and hilarious and stuff.
And I think it's he's staying true to himself. And he always seems to be that way. He doesn't care what anyone else thinks. He does him. And good for you, Robbie. Good for you that you and Tiffany are now good. I'm very excited about that. Because people seem to get off on the hate. They don't like peace, and it should be the other way around. They should fight as hard as they fight for hate. They should fight for peace.
Kathy said, I heard part of an old live of NC's where she was saying Boots and Small Town Jewels were both scammers. I don't know of NC's old live or something. Heard a part of an old live of
Well,
NC's.
I said that about Small Town Jewel. I'm not sure. I know she doesn't like Boots and thinks that Boots is trouble and she causes trouble. I don't know if I heard those words.
Yeah, I heard. I have heard that Boots was also in with Small Town Jewels, and they were thinking the thing with Tucker, and then also Small Town Jewels is like coincidental or something. So I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. And you know what? I believe Small Town Jewel's probably hanging around too. They their name and they're still around.
It's easy to come back. I mean, anybody could walk away today and be somebody tomorrow, or and come right back in. And hey, Tiffany.
Were your ears ringing, girl?
Yeah.
How are you doing? I read your post earlier. How's everything going? Tiffy. When I was younger, I had a friend. I call her Tiffy. Tiffy. Yeah, ears burning, girl. I was just talking about you and how you and Robbie made peace. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's good as long as it lasts.
It will last. Robbie doesn't he doesn't succumb to the majority.
Yeah.
He stays true to himself, and I think that's probably why I've always liked him. I don't hang out there because a lot of people I do not think highly of are around, but that has nothing to do with him. I still like him.
Yeah.
And I totally would be there if
a lot of the other ones wasn't in there constantly.
Well, they could be there, whatever, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
They say shit to me. I just got home. It's been I'm sorry. I know life can be very, very difficult sometimes. Oh no. Do you want to come up here? Or do you not feel like talking? I love it when you mention someone and boom, they're right there. I love
Yeah.
it. It happens way too much. I'm a peaceful person, make peace with most, yes, if they want it. I was really impressed by his integrity today. Yeah, I know.
I
Me,
missed it.
me too. I was like, woo woo, good for you, boy. You keep staying true to yourself, regardless of what anyone else says. She's had a hard day. She probably doesn't want to come talk. But yes, you're very funny, Tiffany. You have an excellent personality. You're hysterical. You even make your own self laugh. I do that too. I laugh at myself all the time.
Mhm.
um, you just sat down. I know we bitches getting old, huh? I know that's why MKB. I didn't even consider her age, Mrs. P, until you just said it, and now my wheels are spinning again. Like,
Just
oh
like,
my god,
yeah, imagine.
she's older. Plus, she has all these problems. Poor
Yep.
thing.
Her little body was probably terrible. I mean, it was probably in pain for the past 4 days.
I know. I hope I'm glad she's home safe and sound, and I hope that Walter stays off of here as well, because that could easily turn. That could easily turn. Maybe if he's talking, and I mean the temptation would be very hard.
Yeah.
So, and just seeing him on hookers today, yeah, I didn't like that at all. I didn't like it. However, I wanted to know what he said. So it's like it was already out there. So I wanted to hear it. Yeah, I say that all the time, Tiffany. I'm too old for that shit. Like, you got to pick your battles at my age for sure, because I only give my energy to. It's like an investment. Your energy is like an investment, like money. I equate it to money at this point in my life. I'm very picky where I put my energy. I know, Tiffany. Me too. Like, I had pains in my stomach. I still do, just from. It's upsetting because I think of her. She's a kid. She's a little girl, and it doesn't matter her intelligence. Like, why isn't anyone saying that? Why isn't anyone saying, do people not know the intelligence of a 12, 13, 14, 15 year old? They're fucking on point. They got an excellent memory. They're smooth as butter. They're cunning. They're great. They're very, very smooth. um that is what she is. She's an intelligent child. He does not understand consequences. It's as simple as that. I hope she gets the help she needs. I can't wait to hear that she is, and I hope we do find out, because I think all of us with good intentions really deserve to know that she's okay. And I think those sick fucks that are laughing and getting off on all this is just sick. Yes, Tiffany, yes. She's very intelligent. She is. But so, I was saying earlier before you were here, I have 5 daughters, and they're they are. Age has nothing to do with it. And they're intelligent. They're smarter than us. And they have the memory. Um
Yeah, maybe she will get some real help now after all this.
well, yes, after all this ugliness, she's going to get appropriate representation, and she's going to get appropriate mental health. I would imagine, because at this point the judge still doesn't know the extreme severity of her cognitive ability. So and it's a shame, because when she went to court, she wasn't prepared. She didn't. I don't know why, but her evidence didn't make it. She needs someone sitting by her. She needs an advocate, someone who's court appointed, and someone who understands all her medical everything going on. I know. I agree. I agree. Um, I don't agree with her. I don't agree with anything she's done. Now, in the beginning, before I really understood, I felt bad. We were all getting to know Mrs. P at one point in time. And I was just saying, Tiffany, how at one point Jamie had access and read out her medical records. So, with that being said, he read out, he should have an understanding, as he pretended to at that point in time. He understood at that point in time. How does he not get it now? He was privy to the information, you two. Yes, and Natasha had it too. And I know she gave permission to all these people, but if you know all that, how do you unknow it? How do you unknow it? You can't. Shame on you, Jamie, jumping on the bandwagon asking to interview Portland Andy so you could get some juice on Miss P. Fuck that. Leave Mrs. P alone. She's been content for way too many people. I thought she was as cute as a button when she would behave.
Yeah.
And she is very intelligent. But Noodle needs a consequence for sure. So when I saw the official diagnosis, I went to Robbie's panel. Aw, I know. I know. I know. And I don't want to say what I think she has, but I've been researching what I've heard that she has. And if I ask you kind of subliminally, does it start with a W, Tiffany? I know there's many different things meshed in there, but is the main diagnosis, does it start with a W? Yes, okay. So I've been doing good on my research, and people, they can't speak on it without knowing. They don't, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Natasha gets it. She had access to those medical records and she gets it. Regardless of all the shit she said about her, she gets it. Why doesn't Lycan? Me.
Like is young and don't care.
It's all an act. It's all a
Yep.
facade. It's all about money. It's all about fucking views. And I know, well, clearly he doesn't care because he's asking Portland Andy, hey, dude, can I interview you? What the fuck? I'm glad he didn't respond to him. I'm hoping he saw his message and voluntarily ignored it, because now he's probably going to be up his ass bugging him to interview him. Don't try to drag him down, because actually Portland Andy seemed like a decent guy. He seemed halfway decent. I don't agree with what he did today, but he seems halfway decent. And just all the fucking idiots in his chat were the gross ones. They're like, yeah, like making fun of her and all this shit and her in jail. Like, fuck them. Shame on them. Yeah. It's like, people have tried understanding her illness, and you can't unless you focus and sit. Excuse me, unless you focus and you sit and you actually put judgments aside, which many people here are incapable of doing. Yeah, the chat was terrible. I couldn't even look. Yeah. I know, I agree. I want her to get the help she needs. And I want justice. I want Noodle Mash to get a consequence as well, because I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I was saying, why do you she keeps saying the court said I can talk about her whenever I want? do you have common sense? Because common sense would tell anyone you don't do that. Now, Mrs. Portland doesn't have that cognitive ability to know the difference. You do, Noodle. You do. So shame on you. I can talk about you, but you can't talk about me. Neener, 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 like a little fucking kid. Grow the fuck up. And I am not at all saying anything. Miss Portland said some pretty vile shit, and I do acknowledge that. But separating it and Noodles, she's a whole different kind of disgust. So, she thinks she's celebrity status now. And, she came here, she followed Mrs. P here. And she says, "Oh no, my account's been here since 2000, whatever, 13." Yeah, but you weren't active on it, dummy. You weren't active on it. I've had, many people. I've had accounts too. I wasn't using them. You started using your account and getting financial gain off her, poking your nose into everything. Followed her to Natasha, and yeah, you're calculating. Very calculating. And you think you're smarter and better than everyone out here, and you're not. You're not. We see through you. It might take some time sometimes, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. I'm so glad that she's home, and I really want to know that she's okay. She will call her a psychopath in the same breath. I know the mind fucks are very there. They're very right there in front of you, and people just don't even notice. So many people lack awareness around here. It's just, I've never seen so much stupidity, naiveness, cult mentality, succumbing to the majority. It's worse than fucking school. Nobody in her life did anyone find it. Oh yeah, she's boring. She's very boring, and I look. All you have to do is look at her numbers, and you see if she's not talking about her, which is very seldom. If she titles her live something, crafting, whatever, she gets a couple views. I mean, I equate her as boring as fucking Side-Eye. She's fucking boring as fuck. And now it's funny to watch all this shit fall apart. But yeah, some people I absolutely can't even tune into just to even, listen to something they're saying. Once, if someone sends me something or tells me something, I can't even tune in. Certain voices, and maybe people feel that way about me and my voice, and that's okay. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm boring. I think I'm pretty fucking passionate. As a matter of fact, I know I'm a very passionate person. But I don't claim to be better than anyone. I just want a voice. And like I said earlier, I'm listening to everyone talk about it, and I'm over here like biting my tongue. It doesn't suffice to type for me. Nobody's even hearing you half the time. I wanted to say how I feel, MKB, where the fuck you go, girl?
I'm right here listening. I'm listening.
But, I don't know. This place is just so crazy. It's so crazy.
And it's scary to know that, because I was telling somebody else about it, and there's like on YouTube, you could go to jail off of YouTube. And I was like, yeah. I mean, it happened. We seen it happen.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You get on YouTube and you never think that you could go to jail, because look how everybody talks on here. It's not just Miss Portland and them talking and calling bad names. A lot of people on here bad mouths everybody. That doesn't mean everybody deserves to go to jail.
Yeah, I know.
Now Broken's trying to call me. It's after 9:30. I get it.
Put her on the live. We'll say hi to her.
Yeah, she knows it's after 9:30. We can't go live now.
Oh, does she want to?
No, she just knows to call. If she had called before, I would have said something about going live or so. She'd have probably been afraid I would said, "You want to go live?"
Sally Ann said, I'm sorry.
Sally Ann said she would imitate me, but she doesn't know how to sound like a tramp. No, she didn't.
Wait, what'd she say?
She said Sally Ann said she would imitate me, but she doesn't know how to sound like a tramp.
So I poked into Side Eye's karaoke. Oh my
God. I had to put something in my ears. They were bleeding.
You guys, not only that, but you got to see Side Eye's face. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, I was watching it too. It was so funny.
Oh my god, her face. If her face, listen, it's one of those things where if my mouth isn't saying that, my face.
Yeah.
And I'm so like that, but her face was priceless. Priceless. And she had to like turn her oh my god, that was something else. You saw too, huh?
Yeah.
And the singing, I'm sorry, but well, how do you stroke someone's ego and allow them to think they sound beautiful when they don't? Like, save them the heartache, the criticism. Not exaggerating when I say. No, I know, but why do the people tell them? I mean, come on, someone that really cares about you, they're not going to let you make an ass of yourself. Come on. It's all a facade. It's all fake. It's fake. They want the people at all costs, at any cost. What are you giggling about?
Just thinking about Sally Ann up there singing, it's just so funny.
Not just her. I mean, there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, yeah, but some of them just think they are so good. I mean, like, they really, and I'm thinking, please.
Because they allow them and they tell them that. That's why.
I know I'm not good singing, so I don't even go up there and I'm not going to try. But I give them credit for trying. I do. I give them credit for trying, but Lord knows.
Ew. Yeah, because I wouldn't do it.
No way.
But come on, don't overdo it. Like, you sit there and tell them how good. Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, they do that. They did it with Siren and everybody else.
Oh my god, I can't. Whew. Listen, you guys, you have to go look at Side Eye's face when her
she was pumping on that little thing too. That little
that right there is the comedy. It's the best. It's the best to watch her reaction. Oh my god.
And I saw Brutally Honest over there, and I thought, oh gosh, I hope he ain't gonna definitely get up there and sing. Surely not.
I can't even listen to him talk. I can't listen to him talk because I can imagine.
I know. Just imagine him trying to sing. I definitely can't listen to him talk.
So, and I feel the vibes from like Kim pretending to be his friend and Jamie, and they don't. God, I mean, it's sad in a way, but it's not. It is and it isn't. Like, everyone's using everyone out here. Shame on all you sick fucks. It's sickening. It is. It's gross. I don't know. But Natasha cracks me up. She's funny as fuck.
Yeah, she's just what she says and stuff's funny. That's what keeps me watching her, because it's funny.
I know. I know. She's a funny gal. And then her faces are priceless too. When she's playing something, the faces she makes are absolutely priceless. Oh yeah, her voice is it's like nails on the chalkboard. That person thinks that she knows everything about everyone, and she thinks she knows the full on law, and she's above everything, knows everyone's mental illness, like she's everyone's doctor and lawyer and everything else, and really she's just a fucking dumb bitch that doesn't like herself. She tries to validate herself by speaking these words that people will gravitate toward her thinking they know what she's talking about, but she don't. She doesn't know what she's talking about half the time. Natasha just showed the screen shot of her and Walter, and Natasha was being honest. He lied to Hooker today about what he said.
Why he contacted Natasha?
Yeah, yeah, because he said that he only contacted her to correct her, right, Nikki? Yeah,
Hey,
I don't
Ginger.
know. Hi, Ginger. Um, yeah. So I don't know what went on there. I just know that's what I heard when I heard Hooker. I mean, obviously Hooker, in my opinion, I know some of you like her. I don't particularly care for her. I don't agree by any means with what she did by having him up there, especially clearly stating that she had private phone calls with him. If you speak to him privately, why the fuck are you saying tip a bitch and then dropping the link to him while you're saying tip a bitch? That just doesn't look good. Not a good look. And if you talk to him privately, like people don't understand boundaries, in my opinion. They don't understand what is okay and acceptable here on this platform or not. They have no filter. Anything goes, everything's a shit show, a free for all. I don't get it. I've never seen anything like it. We're grown ass adults doing shit and they're just so unaware. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Uh, I want to sing Sunny and Cher, I Love You with Andrea on our wedding. You're too much. He told Hooker he only contacted NC to clarify the truth. Yes, but reading the message, she showed that was not what happened. I believe you. Oh, I totally believe it. I'm just saying I didn't know anything about that really, except for, yeah. And then she said she probably, in my opinion, maybe coached him a little along the way before they went live. Because why was it necessary for you to pull him up there in the first place? That's just my opinion. I know, I understand that some of you are friends with her. This is my opinion, and that's that. It's just, I don't care if you like her. It doesn't mean I don't like you. Homie, don't play that game. We all good as long as you're not talking shit about me. Um, but yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, I don't think his cognitive deficit is as extreme as hers. However, definitely he definitely is not able to fully understand right from wrong if he sat by her side and watched her behaviors without speaking up. So with that said, I'm saying that because for him to go up on someone's panel, I feel like he was being taken advantage of. That's my opinion. If you talk shit, you do it openly. Gingy, Tiffy and Gingy sitting in a tree. No. Let's see. NC is more and more becoming better than most. Yes. I never thought, right? But she's a straight shooter, good or bad. Yeah, Nikki, I agree. I feel the same way. Totally.
Never thought I'd say that either.
Me three. But you know what? I heard Lycan saying, "What do you do, Natasha? What do you do?" She fucking makes people laugh. She's entertaining. That's what she does. She's entertaining. So, you were saying you just don't understand what she does, why people listen to her, what her content is. Her content is simply her. She has a strong presence. Nobody can deny that. 90% of us were born from her. Literally. There's no denying it. So I'm not saying everyone, but in my opinion, 90% of everyone out here, she's Mama Tasha. Period. Boy, I exhaust myself with my mouth. Just when I think I can't talk, then I don't shut up for a fucking minute. But, well, I feel better that I got to speak my feelings. I think that's so important always. I think many people out here in the chat, they want to be heard. They want their feelings validated. And, it's important to have your feelings validated. So with that, I appreciate everyone listening to me get things off my chest. I hope that Mrs. P is doing good. I hope she's safe and sound at home and get a nice shower. And you know what really broke my heart, you guys? Her last video, she was doing a nice little face wash and doing like a little tutorial washing her face. And I full on watched the whole thing. And I was like, oh, she's so cute. Now, just because I think she's cute sometimes doesn't mean I don't think she says vile shit. I just understand that mentally she's a child, and especially looking into her illness. Nobody has a right to speak about it unless they know. But there's Jamie. He knows all about it, but yet he's flip-flopped. You can't know all that and then unknow it. I just recently educated myself, so you're going to throttle back from certain channels chats because there's a lot of beef with people I like. I'm just going to not participate and listen. Yeah. Tiffany, I get it. And I just kind of dip out because there's a lot of people I like and they talk about maybe someone I like as well. And I just leave. I don't engage. I don't engage in the conversation. If, I might stay for a minute. If it continues, I don't stay. If they just say something briefly, then I will stay. But if it continues, I'll leave because it feels uncomfortable. Did you see his post yesterday? Which one? Which one? I think, a lot of these people need to fucking educate themselves. If you think about Miss P in jail and feel like she deserves to be in jail, if you have a 12-year-old child or ever had, think about that child. Because mentally, that's where she's at. And who the fuck are you, Jamie, to say? Who the fuck's anyone to say she knows right from wrong? Why? Because in 1 minute she's speaking intelligently? Don't misunderstand. I'm telling you, teenagers do that shit all the time. Their cognitive ability, their understanding of consequences is not there. It's absent. Period. And for all you dumbasses that think that's not true, you better fucking enlighten and educate yourself. Lycan's novel of morals. Yeah, right. I wouldn't waste my time reading it. He's a joke. I get it now. Oh, Tiffany, I know you came in after, and I don't know if you watched my other live. the one before this on my other channel. But anyway, I'm asking because I was proud of Lonnie because she was spot on everything she said about him and all of them. And then the next day she went on and apologized. It's like, what the fuck? I just sat there and told her, not that she cares what I think, but she was spot on about every fucking thing.
That made me I was upset when I heard her saying all that.
And then she apologized.
Yeah, that's what I was upset about. I was like, what
Dude,
in the world? You just backtracked.
you didn't even sit on that for 24 hours, dude.
No.
Now I definitely have absolutely no respect for anything you say or no. And I literally said on my last live, I was like, kudos to her. You know, I'm proud of her, whatever. And then I also said, if she reneges and goes back, I will have no respect for her. Like, that's, you can't unsee it. She literally point blank, blow by blow, went through. Everyone was right about this. Everyone was right about that. She pointed everything out. How do you undo that?
Yep.
You can't backtrack that.
Noodle Mash put out a community post 6 minutes ago. She said,
God.
Remember, if you want a refund for your donation to the legal fund that Be Good has now shut down, let her know on a community post or send me an email by July the 5th, and Be Good will make sure it gets back to you.
Return them all and make it simple.
Yeah.
Just like the clip I just played of you saying, I don't need anything more from my community. They've done enough for me. That was 6 months ago, dude.
Yep.
Listen to your own voice say that. Because here you are, and guess what? You knew you didn't need any money. You knew it.
Nope.
All you had to do was pick up the fucking phone and call the police. You knew that this whole goddamn time. I'm sorry. I'm getting upset, but you knew the whole time you knew. Now, what if Mrs. P never called the police and then they came to your house, supposedly, whatever? What if that didn't happen? You were more than happy to drag it on and on and on. Weren't you, Noodly? You would have loved that. Somebody threw a wrench in your whole scheme. And you probably were not happy that you went to jail, because that means that opened a whole nother can of worms for you, huh? A whole nother couple cans of worms. Wait, what? I was spot on with NC3. Whatever, Mark. I'm not marrying
Whatever,
you.
Mark.
You're not my fiance anymore. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, you guys, I think she literally, oh wait, she's got the hospital. I'm sorry, Tiffany. Thinking of all those kinds of things and all the terrible things that happen out in this world, it really puts things in perspective, you know? But yeah, so I totally believe that she is very disappointed that she was forced to put her in jail, because she was just as happy as a clam sitting there being able to talk shit and satfish and get all the attention and the money and the views. She was benefiting big time. Now she can't. So she probably was disappointed in the fact that she went to jail, because also now Mrs. P will have good representation and hopefully excellent mental help. Hi, Fruit Fly. Exactly. I don't know. She's pretty damn boring, in my opinion. I'm entitled to say that. And again, look at her views. You can see when she's just talking, which isn't very often that she's not talking about Miss P. You can see the views. Funny enough. Yeah, that's the story of my life, Tiffany. My whole body's a fucking mess. Um, Wait, what's the $1 million question? Yeah. Yep. I don't know. We'll see because she made a statement today that she will not be discussing it any further. Let's put some bets in here. Hi, Sunshine. Let's put some bets. How long do you think it'll take her to start talking again? Let's put some bets. Who thinks? Okay, put 1 for 1 month, 2 for 2 months. If I knew how to do a poll on my phone, I would. She'll target me
Can we
next.
put weeks on there?
She has been. She's been what? Ow, my stomach. She has been talking about her ever since she said she's not going to. Yeah, she said it before. She said it 6 months ago. She said, yeah, she can't shut up. She said it 6 months ago. It's over. It's done with. It's done with. Bullshit. That's all you fucking do. And she says, I'm going to keep talking about it as long as people lie about me. Well, guess what? Welcome to the world. People lie. How do you address every fucking thing and try to debunk everything someone says, not just Mrs. P? She, like, who the fuck has the energy? I'm too old for that shit. Think what you want. I know the truth. Go ahead. Have fun with it. Those are people that don't know who they are, feel the need to justify, not justify, but prove, to prove, okay, whatever, prove it once, but over and over. It's very repetitive, it's redundant, it's ridiculous. How many fucking times can one person talk about the same thing? No, no, it's exhausting.
Money, I found it.
Money, so fucking cute.
Money, I
Oh,
found it.
oh my God, Himani, I love it. Love it. So fucking cute. Tell him to say it again. He can't hear me, can he?
No, not right. He walked away. He come and brought me his cup. Landon,
My God, so
come here.
cute. Mani. I
What's my
love
name?
it.
Money. Money.
Oh,
Money.
cute. That's adorable.
He's been saying that since he was 3 years old.
That is so flippin' cute. Hi, 71. Girl or boy? 71. Are you male or female? You're probably not gonna like my
Who
live.
talked crap about us? Jill said they talked a little crap about us at Andrew Mom and you and MKB and me.
Who
Who was
did?
that?
Wait,
And Likens.
who
What?
talked? Wait,
I guess
what?
in Likens chat is what she said. In Likens.
Oh, no. MKB said that you were at Portland Andes, and I said that was disappointing. That was the extent of that.
Oh.
That's all.
Sunshine Madness. Yeah, I did. I had a good time.
Money. I'm going to start calling you that.
Money.
Money. That's so cool.
I bet I'm
He's
the
going
only
to
one
call
that's
you.
called Money.
He's going to call you that for the rest of his life,
Yep.
and that's so cute. So
Yep.
cute. Money. But no, 71, we didn't say anything about you. MKB said that she saw you in Portland Andes. That's a truth. That's not talking shit. And I said I was disappointed, and that's my opinion. That's okay. I mean, we sit on different sides as far as Mrs.
Oh, I didn't
Portland.
say she said anything. I didn't say she said anything bad or nothing. I just said I
No.
saw her in there.
Yeah, I
I
know.
didn't see her say anything bad or nothing.
She just said that she was
I
there,
just
and
watched for a few minutes whenever Natasha had said something about he was doing it.
Is it are you a he or a she? I don't like addressing, or maybe you don't identify, and that's okay too.
I think Sandy wants a she.
You have for months. What? Do you guys really care about what?
Oh, she said I
What?
hang out there. I have for
Care-
months.
I don't care where you hang
Oh
out.
yeah,
I
I
just
don't.
was.
We didn't say nothing
I,
about you being me hanging out there. Nothing.
I was disappointed at what people were saying
The
in the
ones that
chat
the people were saying bad things.
about Mrs. Portland. That was disappointing. I don't care where you hang out. I don't even care. I mean, it's whatever. Your mother just fell off a bed. What? She okay? Oh my God. You can hang out wherever you want. We were just talking about Portland Andy. That's it. And people in his chat were saying,
You actually said Portland Andy seemed like a decent guy.
we're not your mom. Nobody's trying to be your mom. But it is a fact that you were over there. That's all we said. And I said I was disappointed. That's nobody trying to be your mom. Yeah, go take care of your mama. Yeah. I don't care where anyone goes as long as they're not talking smack about me. I mean, or anyone I care about. I can't handle the I mean, it's laughable. It was really funny the other night. Oh my God. So hippie sissy was hanging out over at Natasha's. She's funny. And then she goes into Jamie's chat and she's totally like telling them stuff. It was so funny. It was funny the way Natasha reacted to it. It was hilarious. Did you hear that? She's like, hippie sissy. Like when she scolds somebody, it's so funny. Did you hear that one? Guess not. You absolutely can go wherever you want. That's right. Hi Jill. I don't know if I said hello to you. Yeah, you heard that. She's like, hippie sissy. And then she goes, Jessica Land. She's so funny. She's hysterical. It's just she has such a strong presence and voice. She's hilarious. I was cracking up. And I'm not saying anything bad about hippie sissy. It's just her reaction is gold. Hill's comments. It's around quicker. Whatever. So is Natasha still live right now? I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of hoping I could catch some of her.
I don't know. Let me go see.
She is. She's very entertaining. She's not a boring woman.
Yeah, she's live.
Yeah.
She started an hour ago, so she'll probably be live for a little bit.
I know. I was contemplating, but I just got to get this out of my system, you know. I got to get it out, and then I'm good for another, 7 to 10 days, and then I'll come on again, and we'll let it all out, and then I'm good for another few days. But
Landon's got a timer for me for 5 minutes. I got to be off in 5 minutes.
who said that, Monty?
Landon said, Monty, he wanted me to come and help him do something. And I said, give me 5 minutes. He goes in there and says, Alexa, set the timer for 5 minutes.
Oh my God. Tell him to
listen. Be precise.
Tell him to tell Alexa to say, in 5 minutes, say, Monty, get off. Program. My daughter's done that before. She's programmed to say something weird to me.
Yeah, so, make an announcement.
Yeah, it's have her say Monty. Tell Alexa to say Monty. That's really cute. Adorable.
He told her one day he was sad, and she told him something about go hang out with friends or so. I don't know what she said. It was funny though.
Oh, Tiffany. Thank you. I try to be. I mean, I change too with different information. Your feelings and opinions are going to change. And I hope you're not upset, 71. I hope you're still here. And we know that dildo. Oh, ditto.
Ditto.
You know where my mind's at. No, just joking.
Dildo.
I'm totally joking.
Mm.
Oh, I gotta have a drink. Hold on. Yeah, I think I have like dyslexia. I think I've diagnosed myself. As you get old, my mother's health is far above. Yeah, absolutely. We'll say prayers for your mama. Did you get her off? Did you help her up? Well, I mean, that's a dumb question. I'm sure you did. I hope she's okay. I'll say some prayers. Today was my daddy's birthday, and he turned 81 today.
Oh, happy birthday.
That's good.
81?
You stayed. You are 71. Thank you. I know, 81 and still going strong. Like, he literally just sent me pictures of him at the gym yesterday. I'm like, woo woo, look at my daddy go. 81 years old. And then my daughter and I were talking about like the life expectancy, what's average in the United States. It's 76 for a man and 81 for a woman. Isn't that interesting? I don't know how I feel about that. Why what?
71 says I'm upset with all of you. Why?
No.
We don't care where you go. And I hope I can go. I know I can go wherever I want to.
Yeah. We don't care where you go.
I was just naming out the people I know in general from YouTube that I seen over there. Not saying that you said anything bad or nothing. It wasn't pointing anything towards you. I just know I noticed I seen you over there.
Yeah. You can go wherever you want. That's the beautiful thing about YouTube.
I haven't seen that girl, like Cotton Candy Boo, or whatever they call her. I know Natasha called her name out, said that she said some things too, but I don't really know her. I just know the name that was called out.
I was in the hospital today. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tiffany. When things like that happen, this YouTube stuff is nothing. Currently, my problem is apparent. I'm sorry. That's terrible. The parent.
Time is up. Yes. Okay, I'm coming.
Wait, just make him say "Monty" real quick.
Landy, come here.
One more time.
What are you doing? Can you tell them my name? They don't know my name.
Tammy.
No, not that one.
Lonnie.
What is it?
Lonnie.
Oh,
You just doxed your mommy.
Thank you. Oh, I love it.
They like you saying money. They think it's cute. Isn't that sweet?
Oh,
Is my 5 minutes up?
Yes.
It is. Who said it was up?
Me.
Who else? Who told you?
I don't know.
Who'd you tell to set a timer to?
Alexa.
Alexa. Alexa?
Oh, he's adorable.
He's a mess.
Sometimes Alexa's a bitch.
Yeah.
She is like, she won't shut up sometimes. I'm sorry you guys are talking about sad stuff, but I just have to throw in because you mentioned Alexa. Sometimes she don't shut up. I swear to God, I'll sit here and say, Alexa, stop, like 100 times, and she still fucking won't shut up. Did yours ever do that? Money, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Monty.
Money. Does your Alexa ever not
Yeah,
listen
she
to you?
does. Sometimes she'll start singing it or doing something, and I tell her to stop, 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 stop. She never listens.
She
I had to
never
go up
listens.
there and pause it.
That's exactly
Mommy,
it. Like,
Mommy, I want to say hi.
Oh,
okay,
they can hear you.
Money's getting.
I want to see
That's okay.
you.
Oh,
Oh, that's
little
sweet.
cutie pie.
Come right there.
Hi,
Hi.
honey. Oh,
He's got his hat on.
you're cute. You're a doll baby. You know that? You're so cute. Look at you. You're a doll.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
So stinking cute.
Bye.
All right, Money, off here.
Well, I guess I'm gonna get off here. I'll let you finish up, and I gotta get off here and go help him for a second. And
All right.
thank you for letting me come up, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Money.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Tiffany, I'm sorry about your day. Couldn't speak good until 4th grade. Yeah, they all catch up. It doesn't even count when they're little because they have so much good speech therapy and stuff like that in schools. My friend, wait, about to set it back and tell my friend, Alexa's a bitch. But I'm sorry, Tiffany and 71. I just don't have words. I mean, the parent thing is any loss. It's just, I don't know how to console anyone because I know I was unconsolable when I lost a parent, and I can't imagine them being ill and watching them be ill. Like, there's too much pains in this world. Yeah, I know. Right. It is. And it's hard to find people that are like you. That's why when we find someone like us, we gravitate and we want to hold on so tight to someone who has similar ways of thinking because it's so hard to find. Shut that light. Oh, yeah. I know. I lost my mom. Whew, like 8.5 years ago. And it's still, it's a tremendous pain that it doesn't go away. I don't care what anyone says. For me, it doesn't go away. Skedaddle. I don't know. And then you come on here and you listen to people that have no clue about life. And they were lucky enough to not experience any kind of loss, which I don't wish that pain along for anybody, because it really rocks your world. It changes you. It steals a piece of your heart. that you never get back. Shut that. Thank you. Oh boy. Things we've been through make us who we are. Some people maybe like use YouTube as a way of escaping. That's their drug of choice. And I could see how it would be easily addicting. However, hurting people in the interim, not okay. Mm-mm. Oh, thank you, Mark. Yeah, I could easily slip into a sadness. Well, the way that my mom passed away was very abrupt and unexpected, and I'll never forget that day. It's terrible, 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 terrible. And I don't know, maybe, I mean, I know no death is easy, but something that is very abrupt and it happens and you can't, like, you can't wrap your brain around what just happened, because I think our brains are only capable of accepting a certain amount of information. And when somebody all of a sudden is gone in an instant, it's extremely hard to accept and grasp. And whereas I would think someone who is maybe ill, you would be prepared. And I'm not saying it would make it any easier, the pain, but at least your brain would be prepared to know that it's happening. I didn't have any, yeah, you know, and someone told me that too. Someone said that to me when I lost my mom. They said it's good that she's not suffering. And I was like, I mean, it had me look at it in a different light, because that's got to be painful to watch a loved one in pain. And I'm sorry, 71. Oh, Mark, isn't it weird? It's like that dreams are so real. Oh my God. And music is so nostalgic. It puts you right there. I don't know about you guys, but music for me, like, music is life for me. And it's so nostalgic. It puts you right there. It takes you right back. Like, music is everything to me. Oh, no, Tiffany, it's life. It's totally okay. We all deal with it. I wish that I could have a channel where people could, like, talk about stuff like this, because people need to talk. We need to talk. It's healthy. But there's so many troublemakers out here, and people that literally get off on hurting others. Nobody would for a minute want to expose anything about themselves private. I mean, it's like, does the benefit outweigh the risk of the nasties? Yeah, it would be very beneficial to be able to have, like, I would love to have, like, a call-in show, because I give really good advice. Take my advice. I'm not using it. I think we all do, because when you're not emotionally invested or involved, you see things clearly, and we all have that ability. But yeah, I don't know. This life's weird. People out here are so desperate and think so low of themselves that they have to pull others down, and they get pleasure and they laugh and giggle and love it. Who the hell would laugh at Miss P being in jail? I'm sorry, but that's wrong. Don't think of it as she's a grown woman in jail. No. Even for a grown-ass woman, it'd be frightening. Imagine a 12-year-old by herself. Your buddy died in a dream. I told him, you can't die again. My work won't let me. What the fuck, Mark? See, that's awesome. That's awesome to be able to like make a little giggle out of it, and remembering the good of the people you lose. Like I live every day with I talk about my mom all the time. Literally, I open my mouth and she comes out. It's so weird. It's so weird. I swear to God, I sound just like her. Sometimes I think I'm her. It's just so weird. Yes, Tiffany, very dark hearts out here. Who would have thought a beautiful place where people from all over the world can congregate together, and this is what some choose to do? Oh, God. That's for a couple times. Yeah, Tiffany, well, that's a whole nother thing I could talk about. Like, I'll have to do a live about that. Told them to stop and it hasn't happened. So, oh boy. See, I have something. Yes, I have a lot of stories about stuff like that from my mom. And yes, they definitely will honor if you tell them to stop because you're scared. I have proof and I have evidence of things of my mom. And I don't talk about it much except for to my kids because a lot of them witnessed. A lot of them, like I have a whole football team of kids. Several of my kids, too personal when you went to the place. Vivian was too. Did you get along with your mom then? No, that's okay, Jill. Well, I mean, yeah, I got along with her, but you know how it is. I mean, I was 16. My mom and I were very kind of tumultuous relationship. As I got to be an adult and a mother, listen, my mom was an amazing woman. You could talk about anything to her except her. You couldn't talk to her about her. So if you had a problem with her, you couldn't. And I had a lot of oh my God, I literally just lost my train of thought. My mom would come get me on weekends, Jill. It was really fun there at the girls' home. We had like levels, and if you behaved and you were good, you could like earn the weekend to go home and spend the night or go just for the day. So yeah, my mom would come and get me. And I think you guys know, like the place shut down. I was there for 4 months. I think Vivian was there I think she came like a month after me. But it was fun. It was really fun, actually. It was a lot of fun. I don't live far from where the girls' home was. But it closed down. Oh, a vision for my dead animal. See, I sew, and you guys don't hate me, but I veer more. Let me just say this. I've learned a lot about the universe past few years. And I'm very, very, I've always been spiritual. I've been having weird things happen to me ever since I was probably a teenager. But probably the past 5 or 6 years, I'm definitely veer more toward being atheist. And that does not mean I don't believe in a God. I won't get into the whole thing. I'm very much more into the universe and nature, things that I can see visible proof of. But I have had my own experiences with energy and spirits, and my mom in particular. And I've had things happen to me since I was little. I never asked for it. I have the astral projection thing happens to me. It's been happening to me since I was about 15. I never liked it. I didn't want it to happen. I told it to stop happening. Do you guys know what that is? Astral projection. But I would love to talk and have a live with someone or people about experiences, about their experiences with I don't not believe in a God. I just veer more toward things that are tangible evidence. So things that, like I won't talk. Religion and politics are a no-no, and I know that, and I'm sorry. And I was trying to more so mention about, yeah, I don't want it happening, fruit fly. I never asked for it to happen. I told it to stop. Actually, I begged for it to stop. I don't know. I have a lot of feelings and thoughts. There's too many judgmental people out here, though, to share most of them. I need open-minded folks around me. Yeah, isn't that interesting? You hear people say that all the time, Tiffany, that you just know, and you do. You just know. It's a feeling, a tremendous feeling. You know something that you do not want to know. You don't want to know, but you know, and you try everything to run away from knowing. I think that some of us have special gifts and awareness of things, not the bullshit reading tarot cards. And I'm not saying everyone reads bullshit, but I could tell you a few on here that claim to know and they don't know shit about shit. I'm thinking of a couple in particular. I won't mention any names. I know there's legit tarot card readers, and they ain't on here in our community, I tell you that much. But I do believe in all that, and I would love to have conversations. It's a shame that there's so many people judging. Just popped in my head when my best friend died. His mom told me after the fact. Oh wow, I messaged him. Oh wow, I had a feeling something was wrong. I know. I get it. Like, I don't want to get into too much, but I've had that feeling. I know. Spoke for 8 months because it got heavy into. Isn't that weird? We are connected with people that it's out of our hands. And it doesn't even matter. Like, if you've talked to him yesterday or 5 years ago, there's connections that are yes, definitely energies. I remember when you mentioned someone getting hardcore into. Oh, sorry. What's so funny? MKB is hilarious because if I've noticed this with her from the beginning, when if you type a comment, she always reads them out loud. And so I would type some fucky shit knowing that she would cutely read them, and I'd be over here cracking up. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I don't know. Oh, so sorry. It's terrible. And your son, I heard you say your son, but the crazy thing was when his girlfriend was pregnant. Oh, she is right now? She was when it happened? Oh, don't even get me started on that shit, Tiffany. Yeah, I've had a lot. Oh boy, oh boy. You guys are going to open a whole convo with me, but my phone's about to die. I've had a couple deaths in my family. My daughters lost their father, and one of my daughters was pregnant, and during the time she was due, um, he was in the hospital, and they had to make a decision to take him off life support. And it was so interesting the way it happens. If people pay attention, the series of events that unfold, we have answers right in front of us. When my daughter had the baby, I know that oh my God, I have so much to say right now. I'm not going to get into it because my phone's going to die. But I believe that my daughter's father went into her daughter, his spirit. The timing of events, the way things happened, it's just, you just had to be there. It's one of those things. I have so many stories like that. I would love to go in depth and share and hear other people's. How do you do that on here and feel safe? Because this is not a safe community. It's a sick one. And we all wound up here somehow. And there's a lot of really, really great people out here. But there's a lot of twisted psycho Looney Tunes out here as well. Always pay attention. Don't invest too much. Feel it out first. Feel someone out first. Do your own due diligence always. I know, because Tiffany, we could be helping so many people. But unfortunately, many of us have to sit and defend ourselves rather than helping and sharing stories and experiences and fun stuff and funny stuff. But my phone is on red and it's ready to go off, and I don't want to lose you guys without saying goodbye. I appreciate all you listening to me, and I don't know, Tiffany, if tends to absolutely, that's I was just gonna say. I mean, I don't know, I would love to get together. I want to say when things calm down, but they don't out here. There's no such thing. But I would love to get together and get some people together who've shared some maybe afterlife experiences, with maybe deceased relatives, and they've had communications with them or any kind of energy signs, stuff like that. But take care, Tiffany, and everyone else. And 71, take care of your mama. Say some prayers for her. And thank you for listening to me, you guys. And take care of yourselves. Stay true to yourselves. And have a good evening. Thanks again for listening to me. Good night, everybody.